amigos. Welcome one, welcome all. It's time for another exciting edition of, you guessed it, the show with no name on Vaughn Radio. Now, I need you guys to give me all your energy, all your drive, toda tu motivación, because it's time for liftoff.
Let's get ready to.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
9, 8, 7,
Let's count down.
5, 4, 3,
Come on.
1, 0.
Yeah.
Lift off.
Here we go. Come on.
Go.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Get ready. Hold on to your strap on your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your and get ready for the ride of your life. Life. It's show with no name time on Vaughn Radio. It's a show with no name. Where? Oh, on Vaughn Radio, right. Let's go.
May the force be with you.
Yes, may the force be with all of you.
Whoa.
Wah wah wee wah.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, and all that jazz. Hey, you have yet to tell me, that means you still haven't, where those pop culture references come from. Does anybody know them? I mean, may the force be with you. That one's easy. But do you recognize the wah wah wee wah? Wah wah wee wah. What's another one? Great Scott. Great Scott, which is an antiquated way of saying, oh my God, Great Scott. There it is. It's probably from one of the greatest movies ever made, and one of the coolest characters, too. And then, speaking of that, you got John McClane, yippee-ki-yay, mother grabber. So again, just putting a little pop culture into the intro, because you guys know we love learning with pop culture music, movies, and all that jazz. Well, we've got tons of challenges coming your way today, so get ready. Get ready for challenges, get ready for games, humor, and don't forget, folks, I can't believe this. You want me to blow your mind? We are in the last week of August. So technically, we are in the last week of the summer. Oh my God. It came and went so quickly. I mean, did you guys feel it too? I feel like the summer went by in the blink of an eye, and it's not like I did a lot of things. In fact, my summer was very eventful. Muchos acontecimientos. It was eventful, and I'm being sarcastic now. But if you consider gout eventful, la gota. But no, seriously, even with that aside, not having too many plans, being horizontal for over a month, where did it go? Where did the summer go? I can't believe it. And the next thing we're celebrating over in my family is my daughter's birthday. She's going to be 7 years old coming up now in September. Her birthday's September 12th. And she's going to be 7, my big girl. I can't believe it. 7 years old. She's already smarter than me, funnier than me, more beautiful than I'll ever be. And that's awesome. That's awesome. So we'll be celebrating it here on the show, of course. And anybody else, remember that. If you're celebrating a birthday, you better let us know. This way we can embarrass you a little bit. I mean, just a little bit, just enough, not too much, right? Let's see who's got. Oh, today's my cousin Maria's birthday. Happy birthday, cousin Maria. Maria down in Almeria. Happy birthday. Well, folks, if you've got a birthday coming up, please let us know. Let us know. And what we can do is give you a shout out. Let me see if I have any. Sometimes I have some on the calendar, some of my students here. But no, I don't have any students in the coming month. Hey, who knows? Let us know. We'll wish you a happy birthday. We'll sing to you and hopefully brighten your day a bit. To brighten someone's day is alegrar, ¿no? To brighten is añadir más brillo. To brighten someone's day. De hecho, es lo que alguien... You can say, you made my day. A lot of times, to use it in context, the example, you guys write me a beautiful comment on social media, and I say, wow, you really made my day. You really brightened my day. So thank you for that, too, folks. All of you who follow on social media as well. You know, you'd think the weekends, well, we're not really connected on the weekend. Really? Really, we're not? I feel like since, I work less on the weekends, well, I have more time to answer comments and post some stuff on social media. So make sure you're following Vaughn and make sure you're following all the rest of us as well, because, well, you'll get not just content. Obviously, you'll get tons of videos. I post a daily video. Today, I posted one from Parque de Atracciones de Madrid, a legendary place. When I say legendary, I mean, guys, if you've never been, you want nostalgia, you want a modern park with nostalgia, but here's the clincher. No, lo que le cierra, the clincher. It is a park in a park. So a lot of times, Parque Warner, yeah, it's in the middle of a desert, basically. Un secarral. If you've ever been down to the area where Parque Warner is, yeah, Parque Warner's got some serious rides, entertainment, and all that jazz. I'm not taking that away. But it's cement, it's hormigón, it's parking lots, it's, solar panels. Great, nice, but you're missing that. And on the other hand, when we go to Parque de Atracciones de Madrid, my wife, she doesn't like to go on the roller coasters as much as my daughter and I do. In fact, we call each other coaster buddies. And my wife doesn't mind at all. You know what she does? She goes, oh, okay, you guys want to go on Tornado or Abismo or whatever. She goes, okay, well, I'll be over here on this patch of grass under a tree. And that is the beauty. You're also at Parque Warner, for example, it's very much like American parks with its food policy. You can't bring in food from, okay, you can bring in an apple. Everybody can, but you're not allowed to bring in like a picnic. And Parque de Atracciones, you can bring in whatever. I've seen people walking around there with a cooler, like a huge cooler, una neverita que da envidia. So, and it's nice. If you've never been, listen, I'm not getting paid. In fact, I pay them because I'm a Bono Parques. I have a Bono Parques, and, we spend money too when we go. Okay, a little souvenir or whatever, an ice cream. And really, you guys in Madrid, in case you didn't know it, you've got something really, really special. I mean, just the carousel, the merry-go-round. Don't quote me. I think it's 1917 or 1913. I think it's 1917. The merry-go-round, a hand-painted in France, a hand-painted wooden carousel, which is at Parque de Atracciones. And you've got, for example, Abismo, one of the roller coasters there. It is the only one in its class. There is no other. There are similar models, but they're shorter, they're smaller. So Abismo is basically the largest and only model of this specific roller coaster type. I know it's a very nerdy thing, but that makes it, a reason for at least people in the enthusiast community, the theme park enthusiast community to say, hey, I've got to go there and try it. It's an original. There's no, like, for example, one of the most popular rides is called Batman the Ride. It is a roller coaster that changed the game. It was a game changer, but it's cloned. It's everywhere. We've got it here in Madrid. You've got it in New Jersey. You've got it. Okay, maybe the theming is a little bit different, but the coaster changed the game. Why? It was what we call an inverted coaster. What does that mean? The track is above you and you're hanging from the track. So just so you know, you have got a gem, una gema, honestamente, una joya here in Madrid. If you don't live in Madrid and you come visit from time to time, take an afternoon to go to Parque de Atracciones Madrid, and I'll tell you something. I mean, I love it when we go on Tornado, for example. Tornado is a roller coaster there, and when you're going on it, you're literally zipping through trees, around hills, colinas, árboles, and I'm like, wow, that's like wow. And on several rides, on some of the rides at Parque de Atracciones Madrid, the reason I'm telling you all this is because the video I shared this morning explains, we look at roller coasters, we look at momentum, la idea de inercia, and some other vocabulary as well. But you guys have got an amazing park right there in the center. Also, you don't have to go far. It's right, right near Plaza España, really, Lago, Batán, that area. And it is, and it's modern too, because the kids have Nickelodeon land. You've got so it's kind of a hybrid because it's a theme park, but it also has that charisma, that nostalgia that you'll only find at an amusement park, right? The difference between that, I think I talked about that in a previous video. A theme park is obviously themed. An amusement park is just about the rides. Come in, ride some rides, have a hot dog, and buy a soda and go home. Thanks for coming. Whereas a theme park, it's like, okay, you got to go through the portal, and then once you get to the portal, you'll be able to get the secret code. Everything is like Disney, like Universal, PortAventura, even. These are highly themed parks, but this one is a theme park and amusement park at the same time, and it is a park that does justice to the word park. Like, it earns the word park. Se gana el nombre de parque, because as I said, a lot of them are just in the middle of nowhere. And you're like, okay, this is a park because you say so, because there are 3 trees here. But this is a beautiful landscape, and I highly recommend it if you've never been. It's as somebody who's been to amusement parks and theme parks all over the world, you've got something very, very special. And there's a documentary. It's in Spanish. I normally tell you to consume content in English. Well, this documentary is in Spanish, and it's the history of Parque de Atracciones de Madrid. And I think anybody would like it, because I watched it twice. It's like 2 hours, but it like talks about the concerts there. So it's like, Mecano, it feels like you're literally going back in time in Madrid. There was one season where Real Madrid took over the park and everything was decorated Real Madrid style. There was another season Atlético de Madrid took over the park. Oh, and the other part that I forgot to mention. I have not seen better bird's eye views of Madrid than from that park. Madrid, I mean the city now, okay? When you go up on Starflyer, that's one of those really high flying rides. It scares the shit out of me. My daughter loves it. I come down white on that ride. Also the drop tower, La Lanzadera, the rotor. There are like 4 or 5 rides that when you get to the top of those rides, sit back for a second, well, especially on the drop tower, porque vas a caer en segundos, but you will get stunning views of Madrid and Casa de Campo in the foreground. And if that's not worth it, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Stunning views. You don't have to buy food there. You can bring your own picnic and enjoy a classic piece of Madrid and even, I would say, Spain history. And if I'm not mistaken, the oldest roller coaster Oldest, I think, might be in Bilbao, is it? There's a very old roller coaster. Don't quote me on this. I'll have to check it out. But Blue Streak, no, that's not the one we're looking for. Oldest roller, they say Blue Streak. Okay, I guess in Europe, maybe? Europe. 10 oldest coaster, Mac rides. No, that's not the one we're... Montaña Suiza. Yes, this is the one here. Montaña Suiza, en vez de Montaña Rusa, excuse me. Okay, this is a legendary, just in case we have people listening from there. Just so you know, Spain is a place that, even though it's a small country, and okay, if you compare us to England or Germany, they kill us in theme parks. They've got them, a lot more, But this place is in the Igueldo Mountains, and it's beautiful. First, as I said, the setting, just like Parque de Atracciones Madrid, it's in the middle of a beautiful park, and it's in the San Sebastián area. Located at the Monte Igueldo Amusement Park in San Sebastián, the ride, also known as Mendico Trena or Mountain Train, was built by Enric Hedrick in 1928. Now, here's the fun fact. This makes it the only surviving pre-World War II roller coaster left in Southern Europe. So again, you've got an original in Parque de Atracciones with Abismo that doesn't exist anywhere else. You've got one of the oldest roller coasters in the world in San Sebastián. And we might as well mention also Parque Warner, which is also in Madrid, has Batman Gotham City Escape. And many, I won't say many put it as number one, many put it in their top 3 of best European coasters. Okay, so Batman Gotham City Escape. You've got also, oh my God, how can I forget, Ferrari Land by, ¿cómo se llama? Portaventura. They have the tallest, fastest roller coaster in Europe with Ferrari Red Force. So, Spain, it's nothing to shake a stick at. No tenemos nada que envidiar a nadie. No way, Jose. Well, I went off on a little tangent, but hey, hopefully I have talked you guys into riding a piece of history. I'm dying to go to Montaña Suiza and ride this piece of history. All right, well, folks, we've got a lot to do, so let's rock and roll with a challenge that we call the Say What Soundbite. Say what? What? That's right, folks. This is your Say What Soundbite here on the show with no name. Also, a quick reminder and a nice round of applause for K Roller Girl. Why? She has already participated in this week's Question of the Week. Question of the week this week is, when do you feel the most like your real self? When does the true you come out? When you're doing what? When do you feel the most alive? When are you in your element? You say en tu salsa. I love that one. Está en su salsa. He's in his element. He's like a kid in a candy store. So tell us, when you're doing what makes you go into that mode where you feel awesome? You feel not just awesome, you feel like this is what I should be doing right now. This feels right. It feels good. I feel alive. I feel alive. I feel alive. I feel alive. I'm walking on sunshine. Ooh, I feel alive. I feel alive. So tell us, when do you feel most like your real self, like the real you is shining through? You know that word, shining through, from Cyndi Lauper. I see your true colors shining through. I see those true colors. That's why I love you. All right, I promise I'll stop singing. Well, no, not throughout the whole show, just for now. Okay? Well, because I can't keep that promise. You know? I don't want to, give you promises that I can't keep. Let's see. K Roller Girl says, you don't pronounce the U in Igeldo o Igeldo. Ahora sí no hay U. Igeldo, no? Iguana. So you don't pronounce Igeldo or Igeldo. Oh, that's weird. That's a weird one. Well, if you know where it is, San Sebastian. Yeah, I would highly recommend it. As I said, the next time I'm in that area, I'm going to make it a point to ride that piece of history. All right, well, folks, as always, this is an exercise where you need to listen really carefully because, well, I want you to tell me what you heard, and I want you to tell me in your best English. And hopefully, you'll be able to tell me it word for word before the end of the show. Here's the Say What soundbite for the first time.
I hope you found this tape informative. And should you ever doubt yourself and consider treating a customer with respect, just remember this. You graduated from grade school and you don't have to take from anyone.
Listen carefully. Can you hear that? No. Listen closer. I'm not talking about the birds chirping. I'm talking about everybody speaking English and feeling comfortable. Listen. This is what it's like at Vaughn Town, a peaceful place where you can really learn English and lose your inhibitions. There's a reason it's one of our star programs. Vaughn Town, lose your fear of speaking English. If you want more information about this immersive experience, go to grupovaughn.com or give us a call, 911-385831. Lose your fear of speaking English and express yourself with clarity at Vaughn Town.
That's right, folks. Vaughn Town. An amazing, life-changing experience. In fact, I was just talking to a neighbor the other day at the pool. We were at the pool, and she told me, she goes, hey, I did Vaughn Town. I go, what? She goes, yeah, I did it many, many years ago. I did it with a company I was working with, and, it was part of the training. And I said, what did you think? And she said, oh, I'll never forget it. So there you go, folks. Don't take my word for it, but it seems like Vaughn Town is a life-changing experience. Remember, we've got everything you're looking for. Even if you're looking for video conference classes, maybe you are looking for in-person classes, you're looking for some classes for the kids. We've got the Disney Vaughn English. We've even got a collection. I've got them in my living room, 30 different books, all Disney titles with exercises, some of them working on weather, others on describing people, others on prepositions. Really, it's a brilliant material, even for adults. That's right, grown-ups. You can learn with Disney Vaughn English too. Folks, we are going to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with much, much more. So stick around. Yes, welcome back. Welcome back, my amigos. This is the second part of today's show with no name here on Vaughn Radio. The show with no name where English is exciting. Well, I hope it's exciting. I hope you find it exciting. Maybe not. Maybe you think it's boring. I hope not. Well, then you wouldn't be listening right now, would you? So if you're with us, you get it. And don't forget, you've got fresh content every day coming from the Pro Bow Show. That's my buddy Rob Grams and the Pro Bow Show. You've also got Fitz and his program, No Excuses. That's right, No Excuses. Amazing program by a tremendous professional. A great friend, Fitz. And as I said, in about a week, the rest of the crew is going to be back, and I am sure, I know how I am when I come back. I'm excited to get back, honestly. I'm really excited to get back and have some fun with all my amigos. All right, let's see what we've got going on then. Because as always, well, tons of stuff to be done. Muchas cosas por hacer. So why don't we listen to today's Say What soundbite? I think it's a tough one today. Well, we'll see. You know what? I'm just going to be quiet, and I'll let you guys tell me, well, based on how much you understood and how close you are to getting the gist of it, the main idea. Okay, the bottom line. Otra forma de decir la idea, el resumen. All right, so here we go, folks. If you know where the person's from, great. If not, don't worry. But that's another thing that we work on in this. We work on hearing all different accents and training our ears for every accent and every situation that we may encounter out there in the real world. Yeah, the real world. What is this, the fake world? All right, folks, here's your Say What soundbite for the second time.
I hope you found this tape informative. And should you ever doubt yourself and consider treating a customer with respect, just remember this. You graduated from grade school and you don't have to take from anyone.
Hey, Damian, what's crack-a-lackin', buddy?
Hey, Alberto, I was planning to do some sports this week. What about playing baseball?
Ooh, baseball. I love it. But I'm not sure yet. Can we touch base next week?
Touch base. Estamos en contacto, ¿no? Hablamos en algún momento. Yeah, okay. Let's touch base. Okay, what about basketball? Do you want to play basketball?
Oh man, I love basketball. It's one of my favorite sports, but I don't know if I can this weekend because I've already got plans. Oh man, that's the way the ball bounces.
That's the way the ball bounces. Así están las cosas, ¿no? Así bota la pelota. Así bota la pelota. That's the way the ball bounces. I love that expression. Okay, what about tennis? Do you want to play tennis?
Well, I love tennis, but I'm not really a good player. If you don't mind playing with a novice, the ball's in your court, buddy.
La bola está en mi campo, ¿eh? La pelota está en mi tejado. All right. Do you want to play some soccer?
Sure, I'd love to play some soccer or football, as you call it. What time do we kick off?
Perfect. We're kicking off at 9. Are you available?
Sure, but I might have to play some golf before with some friends. It's par for the course.
It's par for the course. Es lo normal, ¿no? Es lo normalito, lo que se hace.
Mhm.
Okay, what about billiards? Do you like playing billiards?
Yeah, but right now I'm behind the 8 ball.
I'm behind the 8 ball. Estás detrás de la bola 8, como que llevas las de perder.
Yeah, wow, a lot of idiomatic expressions here.
Muy buenas expresiones. Si es que así da gusto aprender inglés con un profe como Alberto y un poquito de creatividad, tienes This Book is the Shit. El mejor libro para aprender inglés que te has echado a la cara in your life. Píllatelo, vas a disfrutar mogollón de dibujos para que lo aprendas todo fácil, con conexiones lógicas y divertidas. Es la manera más sencilla y más divertida de aprender inglés. No te la pierdas.
Damián, you're such a good sport. Te enrollas. You can pick up your copy of This Book is the Shit at
Vaughantienda.com.
It's the Shit. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Yeah. Let's go. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. That's right, folks. This is our pop quiz here on the show with no name. And let's see what we've got for today's pop quiz. I see we've got a few people participating, already in our Say What soundbite. Great. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. As I said, it's, let's say average today. It's not too hard. It's not too easy. It's right about in the middle, let's say. All right, just to be fair. All right, now, what are we going to look at in today's pop quiz? Great question. I thought you would never ask. We're going to take a look at English grammar that you need to know. Now, this is just one of the many, many materials that you can pick up over at Von Tienda. As you know, we've got such a collection of materials, and right now at amazing prices. I'm telling you, you are not going to find better prices on material that I think is worth its weight in gold. To be honest with you, I think this material is, oh man. And whatever you're looking for, whether you want to brush up on your grammar, or perhaps, you know what, you're saying, you know what, phrasal verbs. I just want to make sure I know all the ones that are in common use. Well, we've got you covered. And maybe you're looking for a full course. Maybe you're like, you know what, I just want to go through a course, a refresher course for beginners, for higher level. That's up to you. I always recommend you go to a level lower than you think you are. Why? Because that means you should know that inside and out. You shouldn't have any difficulty whatsoever.
And the word whatsoever is cualquiera. All right, so without any further ado, sin más, we're going to listen to a little clip from English grammar. Again, I'll share the link with you here to the Von Tienda, where you can get whole packs of books. You can get, for example, Pack Los Imprescindibles. You can get that for 21 euros and 90 cents. That is 9 books with audio for 21 euros and 90 cents. So let's listen to the audio of Inglés Gramática Fácil, and let's see how easy it is. Afterwards, I'll give you some challenges, as always, in our pop quiz.
Chapter 46. To make versus to do.
Hacer. Lo más importante. Los verbos to make y to do significan hacer, pero tienen matices diferentes. En términos generales, empleamos más to make cuando se trata de elaborar algo físico, como puede ser una tarta o una silla, mientras que usamos to do cuando llevamos a cabo alguna actividad o tarea, como pueden ser los deberes, las tareas domésticas, etc. Compara los siguientes ejemplos. Estoy haciendo una tarta.
I'm making a cake.
Estoy haciendo los deberes.
I'm doing my homework.
Ten en cuenta que hay muchas expresiones fijas con to make y to do que no necesariamente siguen la regla que acabo de explicar, por lo que es recomendable aprenderse de memoria cuál de los verbos se usa en cada caso. Aquí tienes algunos ejemplos. Hacer una llamada.
To make a phone call.
Hacer planes.
To make plans.
Hacer cambios.
To make changes.
Ahora unos ejemplos con to do. Hacerle un favor a alguien.
To do someone a favor.
Hacer o causar daño.
To do harm.
Hacer negocios.
To do business.
Por último, ten en cuenta que tanto to make como to do son verbos irregulares. Las formas del pasado de to make son made. I made a cake yesterday. I've made a lot of cakes. La forma del pasado simple de to do es did y su participio es done. I did my homework yesterday. I've done it.
Chapter 47. To say versus to tell.
Decir, contar. Lo más importante. En inglés tenemos 2 verbos que significan decir, to say y to tell. La diferencia principal entre los dos es que usamos to say cuando simplemente decimos algo, mientras que recurrimos a to tell cuando decimos algo a alguien. Repito, to say something, decir algo. Por ejemplo, por favor, di la contraseña.
Please say the password.
Ahora, to tell someone something, decirle algo a alguien. Por favor, dime la contraseña.
Please tell me the password.
To tell, además, significa contar. Por ejemplo, I told them a story. Les conté una historia.
Chapter 48. To get.
Recibir, obtener, conseguir, ir a por algo o alguien. Lo más importante, el verbo to get tiene muchos significados y es uno de los verbos más utilizados del inglés. Cuando lo usamos con un complemento, su significado básico es el de recibir, conseguir u obtener. To get a letter, recibir una carta. To get a job, conseguir un trabajo. To get a loan, obtener o conseguir un préstamo. En el sentido general de obtener o conseguir algo, to get también se traduce como comprar, regalar o ir a por algo según el contexto. I'll get some bread when I do the shopping. Compraré pan cuando haga la compra. What are you getting Rose for her birthday? ¿Qué le vas a regalar a Rose por su cumpleaños? Y we need to get help. Necesitamos ir a por ayuda. Empleamos to get to para decir llegar a un lugar. To get to the station, llegar a la estación. To get to the airport, llegar al aeropuerto. To get to work, llegar al trabajo. En el caso de llegar a casa, llegar aquí o llegar allí y volver, empleamos to get sin to. To get home, to get here, to get there, to get back. Hay muchos verbos compuestos, llamados phrasal verbs, con to get, y muchos de ellos tienen que ver con el movimiento, como to get up, levantarse. Cabe destacar los que usamos para los medios de transporte. Subirse a, bajarse de un autobús, un tren, un avión.
To get on or to get off a bus, a train, a plane.
Subirse a o bajarse de un coche.
To get into or to get out of a car.
Empleamos to get junto con adjetivos para expresar un cambio de estado. To get tired, cansarse. To get angry, enfadarse. To get rich, hacerse rico, etc. Con algunos verbos se puede usar el verbo to get en lugar de to be como verbo auxiliar para formar la voz pasiva. She got elected, que es otra manera de decir she was elected. Ella fue elegida.
¿Te gustaría abrir puertas a nuevas oportunidades y estar listo para cualquier desafío? Con el máster de inglés del Grupo Vaughan podrás transformar tu futuro. Este programa intensivo te ayudará a dominar el inglés profesional, perfeccionar tu comunicación y ganar la confianza que necesitas para conseguir tus objetivos. Nuestros profesores Vaughan especializados te prepararán para afrontar en inglés todas las situaciones de comunicación en un entorno profesional. No dejes que el inglés sea una barrera. Invierte en tu futuro con el máster de inglés profesional del Grupo Vaughan. Llámanos al 91-133-5833 o entra en grupovaughan.com.
That's right, folks. GrupoVaughn.com. You can find tons of amazing deals. You got Pack Los Imprescindibles. You've got Marketing English. You've got Curso de Inglés Definitivo Business 18,85. That is under 20 euros. Oh, and look, hey, see? It does pay. Vale la pena. It does pay to go over to our website because I just saw Puertas. See, you'll be the first one to know this information, and it's limited. So there's limited space. Now, what am I talking about? Puertas Abiertas Vaughan. This is what we call in English an open house. Puertas Abiertas. Mark your calendars. It's the 11th of September. It's a Friday, so it's not far away. The 11th of September. This is from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. Okay? From 4:30, let me share the link with you. This way you guys can sign up. Here, I just shared the link. The first link I shared is to the special deals at Von Tienda. The link that I just shared now is if you want to sign up for our open house, okay? And the reason I say is because, there's a limited seating. So if you want to attend, asistir, let us know. It's free. It's totally free. You just have to sign up beforehand. And you can, they're going to be sample classes. They'll be doing stuff with AI, challenges, lots and lots of participation, and it's open to the whole family. So if you'd like, you're like, hey, but I don't know what to do with the kids. No. You can bring the kids with you. I'm talking about September 11th, 11 de septiembre, from 4:30 to 7:30. And again, it's free, but you better move on it because while we have seats left, you have to reserve your spot there, okay? And as I said, you'll have demos. There'll be kids' classes. There'll be adults' classes. You'll also have question and answer periods with Vaughn teachers. You're also going to be able to challenge our Speak Pro. It's an AI service that we have. You'll be able to challenge that. And really, it'll be a great afternoon/evening to be with the family, having a good time. There'll be workshops, challenges, games, and tons of fun. And before you know it, that's going to be upon us. No, antes de que te des cuenta, aquí llega. And don't put it off. No lo aplaces. Why? Well, because I tell you, okay, it's free. Well, guess what? Everybody likes free stuff. So it's going to fill up, definitely. There's no doubt in my mind that it's going to fill up. Okay, so jump on it. I just shared the link. It is the 11th. Again, if you want to mark your calendars, if you need to make arrangements, organizarte. It's September 11th, 2026. It's a Friday, as I said, from 4:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. And it's at our different branches in nuestras delegaciones. So if you want more information, check our website, but it's going to be tons of fun, family challenges. Honestly, I think if you guys are free, on Friday, the 11th of September. I just found out about it seconds ago. So esto para mí es nuevísimo. I didn't even know about this. But now that I do know, I'm telling you something right here. I recommend you guys definitely check it out. If you've got a Vaughn Center in one of your cities, well, this is a perfect opportunity to sit in on a free class, get a sample class, do other challenges, meet people such as yourself. And again, the event is free. You just have to sign up. All right, here's what I want from you guys. Now, wow, what a great material going to our pop quiz. Wow. We looked at say and tell. So important. Say versus tell. We looked at make and do. So important. We also looked at the verb to get in there in like a 3.5 minute audio. We looked at a lot of really, really important stuff there. Okay. Stuff that you need to know. So I'm going to put you to the test right now. We'll start with some make or do. Was it to make the suitcase or do the suitcase? That's number one. Use it in context. Demuéstrame que sabes usarlo. Do we make the suitcase or do we do the suitcase? Number two, do we make a party or do we do a party? Otra vez usándolo en contexto como siempre. Okay. Do we make a party or do we do a party? And the last one, an idiomatic expression with the word make. A ver si te la sabes en inglés. Hacer una montaña de un grano de arena. So it means you are exaggerating or overstating some kind of trivial issue. Trivial, baladí, insignificante, right? So there you go, folks. Those are your challenges. Again, use them in context. Use them in a context. Yo siempre espero al último momento para hacer la maleta, ¿no? O tengo que hacer la maleta porque me voy de viaje la semana que viene. Whatever, okay? That's up to you. Mi marido siempre hace la maleta porque él se organiza. Whatever. So the first one, make. Do we make the suitcase or do the suitcase? The second one, do we make a party or do a party? And the third one, how would you say in English, estás haciendo una montaña de un grano de arena? Okay, a couple other things I wanted to highlight from English grammar. Again, you could pick up this material along with many other amazing materials at Vaughn Tienda. Well, make and do. Again, that rule, I don't teach that rule in my classes. If you fabricate it, it's make. Why? There are a lot of exceptions. I make my bed every morning. ¿Fabricas tu cama? No, las sábanas. Right? I make my bed. So there are many, many ones like that, right? So what I recommend is just learn the way it sounds. No, como cualquier otro verbo. Well, we need to do business, do business, do business. Apréndete el sonido, no? Make the most of it. Make the most of it. Do what you can, right? Do whatever you want. Make, do. So you know instantly if it's make or do because of the sound. Okay, that's how I recommend you look at that, okay? Because as I said, there are many, many exceptions. And yeah, you don't know how many times I've heard people say me the truth or say me this. ¿Y sabes lo que digo? Say you, say me. Say it together. That's the way it should be. Say you, say me. Wait a second. Wait. So why is Lionel Richie allowed to say it? Porque se le permite a Lionel Richie. Because ahí no está diciendo dímelo. Ahí está diciendo vamos a decir tú, vamos a decir yo, vamos a decirlo juntos. Right? So that's why he's not saying dime tal cosa. He's not saying dime tu nombre, dime chica. He's saying say you. Vamos a hipotéticamente di tú, di yo, dilo junto. Say it for always. That's the way it should be. Gotta love Lionel Richie. Well, as you know, we're always learning from music. So say versus tell. Well, if I had to sum it up, and Claudia did it perfectly in that audio, by the way. Did you get it? Okay, I'm going to ask you. Sum it up for me. If you had to explain to somebody, a student at a lower level than yours, the difference between say and tell, the usage, when we use say, when we use tell, well, I'll tell you what, we'll do that as a bonus. Okay? Even though I'll explain it after, and we'll take a look at some examples. So you've got 4 challenges, because you've got your 3 normal challenges in our pop quiz, and then you've got the bonus, which is explaining to me in a sentence, when do I use say and when do I use tell? I have no idea. And as we always say, if you can teach it, then that means you've totally understood it. Folks, we have got to go off to a quick commercial break right now. Time is just whizzing by, as it always does. And I thank you so much for learning, laughing, and playing with us every day. When we come back, we have many more challenges up ahead. We're going to kick things off with our homophones. We'll listen to our Say What soundbite for the 3rd time. Oh, my God, really? Jeez, the 3rd time. Ya estamos en la tercera. Wow. We'll take a look at our pop quiz as well. Plus, we've got spelling bee. We have got lots and lots of stuff to cover. So, if I were you, I wouldn't even think of going anywhere. Stick around. Yes, welcome back. Welcome back, amigos. This is the show with no name here on Vaughn Radio. And I gotta ask Rob. I haven't asked him. I gotta ask him when the next Vaughn. You know what? I'm gonna write to him right now, here, live on the air. Rob Grams. Hey, bud. Oh, not highway. Hey, bud. Life is a highway. When's the first trivia night? All right, let's see. Let's see if we get an answer. We give you the inside scoop. The lowdown on the showdown. La información clave. Make sure you're following us all on social media. When I say all of us, I mean Grupo Vaughn, Vaughn Radio, because you've got 2 accounts on Instagram. Grupo Vaughn, information, kind of like the center. And Vaughn Radio is, well, your favorite Vaughn Radio presenters doing videos for you. In fact, today, I just checked the account, and it's Fitz explaining passive speech. So really, if you are not following Vaughn, if you are not following me on social media, you're missing out. We put a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of effort into making videos every day. And those videos are for you. You. Look, Rob just answered. Wow, that was prompt. Que rapidez. I think we'll get going in October. Yeah, I imagined. It makes sense because, you know, the first week of school, September is busy. It is hectic, right? Back to the grind. La vuelta a la rutina. Back to the grind. So stay tuned. Again, another reason to follow us on social media. This way you'll know what we want you to know, what we think you need to know, especially when it comes to you saving tons of cash at our Vaughn Tienda. All right, folks, let's do a little challenge we call Homophones on the Show with No Name.
Homophones.
Dramatic pause.
On the show with no name. And homophones time. Cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time. Cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name.
The remix. All right, amigos, let's see what we've got prepared for you in today's homophone section. This is where we look at words that are tricky. Yeah, they're extremely tricky, but we'll see if you guys can figure them out. All right, the first one is alma, or as they say in Sevilla, arma, mi arma, my weapon, right? But, well, in most of the peninsula, it said alma. It's actually somebody's name, too, right? That's weird. We don't have that name in English. Soul. See, I said the word because I got a big freaking mouth. But you weren't paying attention. You didn't hear it, did you? All right. So the word is alma. It's a word we have looked at here on the show, right? And it's alma. It also means alguien tiene chispa. Wow, man, look at the way he dances. He's got a lot of como lo siente, lo vive, you say. So it also has that meaning as well, okay? It's not just the music, but just a lot of feeling, like, you know. All right, that's your first word. The second one is a South Korean city. In fact, it's the capital of South Korea. There you go. You say Seoul? Seoul is how you say it. Seoul. I remember the first time I heard the name of this, it was because of there was an Olympics there when I was a kid. Winter Olympics, if I'm not mistaken, in this South Korean city, the capital of South Korea. Okay, so the first word, alma, okay, lo usamos también en alma gemela, es esa palabra más mate, ¿no? Es mi alma gemela, my mate. So, si digo, conocí a mi alma gemela en Seúl, would there be a homophone in that sentence or not? All right, those are your homophones or not. You tell me in the comments. Also, I'm going to give you today's Say What soundbite. This is the third listen, and we'll see if we can get a little bit closer to getting it 100%.
I hope you found this tape informative. And should you ever doubt yourself and consider treating a customer with respect, just remember this. You graduated from grade school and you don't have to take from anyone.
Me pregunta el del chiringuito si quiero hacer kitesurf o wakeboard o si prefiero tomarme un bitter cas antes. Me acaba de decir 5 palabras en inglés. Kite, que significa cometa, surf, que es obviamente hacer surf, pero también significa oleaje. Wake, que es estela, en este caso la estela del barco. Board es tabla y bitter es amargo. Y justo antes, cuando le pregunté si hablaba inglés, me dijo,
pero patatero.
Sabemos mucho más inglés de lo que creemos. Solo nos falta asimilarlo y situarlo. Aprende a aprender inglés en cualquier lugar con This Book is the Milk y su secuela, This Book is the Milk 2. Te enseñaremos cómo enfocar el inglés, aprovechando todo el inglés que tenemos alrededor y de una manera divertida y adictiva. The Remilk ahora se llama This Book is the Milk 2 y viene con audio y nueva portada. Descúbrelos ya en vaughantienda.com.
That's right, folks. Tons of awesome materials over at Vaughn Tienda. All right, let's practice this say and tell right here. Now, real simple. Say, we don't talk about who it's being said to, right? And tell, well, it's important who we're saying it to. Example, I'm hungry. Doesn't matter who I said it to. I'm saying it. That's it. I'm hungry. End of story. I told her I'm hungry. Se lo dije a ella. So the moment we put the person who gets our message, then we use tell. Okay, it's a real simple way to say it. I said no. I told her no. See the difference? You can say I said no to her, pero ¿por qué? Si puedes decir I told her no. No, entonces es bastante, la cuestión es importante la persona que recibe nuestra palabra. Y si no, pues puedes usar say. Y si no, tell. Careful with say, because I've heard two very, very extremely common mistakes with the word say. The past tense is not said. It's said. Tengo sed. I said. Ahí lo tienes. Tengo sed. I said. Said. No said. Said. And also, the third person. I have heard people say a million times, says. It's says. So he said no. She says no. I hope you're repeating these with me because they're two extreme. Well, first, it's a very common verb. And secondly, it's mispronounced more often than not. So vamos con esta. I said no. Okay. And he says no. He says no. Okay, just be careful. Again, if I tell you I've heard it a million times, that means I've heard it 1,000,002. Let's take a look at some examples, and then we'll take a look at your comments over here. Di tu nombre. Say your name. Your. No digo your. Your. Say your name. Di mi nombre. Are you ready for it? Say my name, say my name. Tell me that you love me. I'm thinking of me. Say my name, say my name. Okay, dime tu nombre. Tell me your name. So say your name, tell me your name. No dijeron nada. They didn't say anything. ¿Cómo lo haríamos en pregunta? Did they say anything? No. They didn't say anything. They said nothing. Se podría decir. No nos dijeron nada. ¿Ves? Ahora decimos hincapié en quién, a quién, right? A ellos, right? So, no nos dijeron, perdona, a nosotros, no nos dijeron nada. They didn't tell us anything. Pregúntame por qué. Why didn't they tell us anything? Why didn't they tell us anything? All right, ¿qué te han dicho? Nosotros no usaríamos el presente perfecto, sino el presente simple. What did they tell you? ¿Qué te dijeron? What did they tell you? Okay. They told me que puedo decir lo que quiera. They told me that I can say whatever I want. ¿Ves? Ahí say, porque no decimos a quién. They told me I can say whatever I want. Cuéntame un chiste, anda. Come on, tell me a joke. Di la verdad, no te creo. Tell the truth, I don't buy it. I don't buy it, I don't believe you. Nunca he dicho una mentira en mi vida. I've never told a lie in my life. ¿Cómo me preguntarías? ¿Has mentido alguna vez? Have you ever told a lie? Alberto, have you ever told a lie? Okay. Dinos lo que pasó. Right? Ahí el nos, a nosotros. Right? So, entonces no es say, es tell. Tell us what happened. Tell us. Tell us what happened. We want to know. Okay. ¿Cuándo vas a decírselo a ellos? When are you going to tell them? When are you going to tell them? Okay. Let's see, any more? Let's do 2 or 3 more just to make sure you've got say and tell, because you don't know how many times I've seen people mix it up. Okay, let's say, pide perdón. Say you're sorry. Say you're sorry. Pídeles perdón. Tell them you're sorry. ¿Ves la diferencia? Hasta con eso. Say you're sorry. No te he dicho a quién. Tú ya lo sabrás por el contexto. Tell them you're sorry. Tell her you're sorry. Okay? Pero ¿qué dices? What are you saying? What are you talking about? Okay? Nos dijeron que nos diéramos prisa. They told us, fijaos cómo pongo la D con el us, lo más natural. They told us to hurry up. They told us to hurry up. Can you turn it into a question? Did they tell you to hurry up? Yeah, they told us to hurry up. They told us to hurry up. Les dije que me esperaran. I told them. Did you say to wait me? I told them to wait for me. Wait for. I told them to wait for me. Pregúntame. Did you tell them to wait for you? Yeah. I told them to wait for me. Okay, last one. Here we go. ¿No podemos ir? ¿Quién lo dice? Can't we go? Who says so? Who says so is quien lo dice. Well, because I say so, porque lo digo yo. So there's a little mini lesson in say and tell. Again, all of this is coming straight out of Inglés Gramática Fácil, just one of the many materials you can pick up over at Von Tienda. Let's see what we've got over here in our chat room. K Roller Girl says, it's not is, right? It's a soft G, not a G. So, Igueldo, ¿no? ¿Qué es lo que no pronuncio la U? Igueldo. Oh, man, that's a tough one. I won't remember it. I'm telling you now. Let's see what K Roller Girl had to say regarding today's Say What soundbite. She says, I heard an American man saying that you shouldn't let self-doubt stop you from standing up for yourself with a customer. He reminds you that you're educated and don't have to put up with anyone's crap.
You knocked it out of the park.
You knocked it out of the park, K Roller Girl. Also, you are the only student who made the most of the weekend, and you've already participated in this week's question of the week. I look forward to hearing from all the rest of you before Friday. Remember, you need to send it to me before the end of the day on Thursday, and this way I can do my technical part to it, and we make sure you sound excellent here on the show. All right, let's see. K Roller Girl says, I've always had to, right? Si pones I've, entonces el verbo tiene que ser la tercera columna, right? So I've always had to do my family's suitcases. All right. Well, you're going to kill me, K Roller Girl, and all the rest of you. But we don't make suitcases. Well, unless you work for Samsonite, then maybe you make suitcases, right? Or American Tourister, you know. Maybe then you make suitcases. And you don't do suitcases either. So, os engañé. It's to pack. O sea, a veces vosotros decís hacer y nosotros no. O sea, como hazme caso. Pay attention, not make me or do me, right? O sea, porque usáis un verbo no significa que nosotros usamos la misma. And that was I did it on purpose, K Roller Girl, but now you'll never make that mistake again. So I've always had to pack my family's suitcases, or I've always had to pack for my family would be another way that you could express it. So neither one. It's not to do the suitcase or to make the suitcase. It's to pack. Y a la vuelta, we unpack. So ves? Oh, okay. Hey, I wanted to see if anybody fell for it. All right, let's see the next one. She says, I had a party last weekend. K Roller Girl said, you're not getting me a second time.
Great job. Keep it up.
Keep it up. That's right. We don't make parties or do parties. Y K Roller Girl no puso ni make ni do. No cayó en la segunda. She said, I had a party or I threw. Tenemos dos opciones aquí. To have a party or to throw a party. right? So, but we don't make a party or do a party. Same thing with barbecue. I posted a video the other day. I'm not making a barbecue. I'm not doing a barbecue. I'm having a barbecue this weekend. No, I'm hosting a barbecue. I'm having. So just be careful because, again, just because you use one verb doesn't mean we need to use the same verb, okay? So great job, K Roller Girl, on that second one. And the last one, you're making a mountain out of a molehill.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Yes. You are making a mountain out of a molehill. Una madriguera is a molehill. Estás haciendo una montaña de una madriguera. You're making a mountain out of a molehill. Excellent job, K Roller Girl. What can I say? Knocking it out of the park. Let's see. She's also participating in our homophones section, and she gives us the two words. The first word is correct. So is the second word. Now, let's see what she says about the way they sound. She says they are homophones. All right, well, you know how this works. Real simple. I met my soulmate in Seoul. I'm going to say it again. I met my soulmate in Seoul. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for K Roller Girl. Now, let's take it a step further. There's another word that sounds like that. We've got three words in the English language that sound like that. Can you give me the third one? And that third one has many meanings. Además, tiene muchos significados. La tercera que nos falta. So hemos dicho que Alma, S-O-U-L, suena igual que la capital de Corea del Sur, Seoul. So what's that third word? There's another third word in there that sounds just like it. Let's see if you guys can figure it out. And in the meantime, let's take a look at another challenge. It's today's Spelling Bee.
Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee.
That's right, folks. It is today's Spelling Bee. Oh, before I forget, we need to hear from Alberto. I'm going to do it right now before I forget. Guys, we looked at Question of the Week, as we always do on Friday. I had a little technical issue, and I left Alberto's out. Well, as promised, prometido es deuda. You say, lo prometido es deuda. We say, as promised. Here he is, Alberto.
Hello, Showing on Namers.
Hi, buddy.
This is Alberto speaking again. Regarding the question of this week, my take is that social media can do both.
I love it. My take. Totally native way of saying my opinion. Great, Alberto.
Bring us together and separate us. For instance, on the other hand, talking about the positive, I use WhatsApp to interact with my father.
Mm-hmm.
He has hearing problems, and it's the perfect way of communicating with him. And also, it's a good thing to keep in touch with my friends abroad.
Sure.
On the other hand, the negative, many people, especially teenagers, usually spend a lot of time stuck on their phones.
Oh, yeah.
And avoid face-to-face conversations.
That's true.
I guess there is going to be lots of mental issues in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
And finally,
Amen.
It's a gray area. We should find a middle point for taking advantage of them.
A middle
and
ground.
At the same time,
Mejor.
setting boundaries to make sure we won't have addiction problems. This is all for today. Have fun and enjoy the weekend. Bye.
Middle ground. Excellent. Alberto, great job. A, great job on your English, and B, I couldn't agree more. We need to really take a look at ourselves as a society. All right, here's round one of today's Spelling Bee. Let's see if you can keep up. The first one is M-A-R-K space D-A-V-I-D space C-H-A-P-M-A-N. The next one is S-E-N-T-E-N-C-E-D. The next one is 20 space YEARS space TO space LIFE. The fourth one is JOHN space LENNON. The fifth one is DAKOTA. And the sixth one is CENTRAL space PARK space WEST. All right, there you go. I know I went fast. Also, that third word, I see nobody got it here. That third word is sol. Sole se escribe. And that is planta del pie, suela del zapato. Piénsalo, es el mismo, ¿no? We use the same word. So, también único, his sole pleasure in life is watching his daughter. Sole, único, right? Exclusivo. And it's lenguado. Hey, I told you it had a lot of different meanings. I wasn't kidding, was I? So, wow, very, very rich. Triple homophone today. Seoul, Alma, Seoul, the capital of South Korea, and Seoul, lenguado, único, suela, planta. Wow, very, very rich word there. All right, going once, going twice. We've got to get right back into our spelling bee. This is round 2. Again, this time I'm going to slow down quite a bit, so don't you worry. All right, here goes. The first one is MARK space DAVID space CHAPMAN. The second one is SENTEN CED. The third one is 20 space YEARS space TO space LIFE. The fourth one is JOHN space LENNON. The fifth one is DAKOTA. The sixth one is CENTRA. Excuse me, let me start that last one again. CENTRAL space PARK space WEST. All right. Well, folks, looks like we have got a winner. Unbelievable. Now, it's weird how you wrote them. It must have taken you a long time. Mark, David. Oh my God. You put dashes between them all. K Roller Girl. Well, great job, K Roller Girl. You got it. We'll take a look at those words and what they have in common after this quick commercial break. Folks, you know what to do. We'll be right back. So you can even say it with me in 3, 2, 1. Stick around. Yes, welcome back. Welcome back, amigos. This is the fourth and final part of today's show with no name. Thank you so much for learning and laughing and playing with us every day here on Vaughn Radio. Don't forget about our open house coming up. I just found out about it myself. It's Friday, September 11th. It's free, but you need to sign up online. That's right. Go to our website or check out the link that I shared, and voila. It is Open House 2026. It's going to be going down at all our different centers. So reserve your spot now. It's September 11th, 2026. from 4:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. at all our delegations all over the place. You can come on in and find out all about what's going on in the Vaughn world, including getting a free sample class. Yeah, real demos, level tests, family activities. You'll even be able to challenge your English up against AI. A ver si le ganas a la máquina. Hey, I think you can do it. My students, totally. So, jornada de puertas abiertas. Ven a descubrir cómo aprende inglés un alumno Vaughan. Apúntate en nuestra web. That's what they would say, right? Sign up on our website. Hey, I wouldn't miss it if you guys are free on the 11th of September. Now you have got a plan. But don't forget to sign up because you might say, oh, I'll wait. I'll sign up, as we get closer. Well, it might be too late. So get on it. That's one of the reasons being a Vaughn radio listener has its advantages. And following us on social media, subscribing to our newsletter, because you'll be the first one to find out about all these amazing initiatives. And, once it's too late, it's too late. We can't legally bring more people into a building than we can bring in. And these events are pretty popular, as I've noticed from past events that we've done. So check it out if you want to get a free sample Vaughn class and see what all the magic is about. I think you'll enjoy every second of it. All right, let's do a little challenge to kick things off. It's double trouble, yeah. Double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up. Double trouble. I said double
trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble.
Oh, God. Okay, take me away from the controls. All right, my amigos, here's your double trouble. We have looked at these vocabulary words here and also on my social media platforms, so you should know this one. Let's see how you do. No te lo puedes imaginar. No estás viendo el panorama total. There you go. You've got to use the same word twice, okay? So, no te lo puedes imaginar. No estás, and the word no is not the word I'm looking for, okay? Just so you know. Okay, so no te lo puedes imaginar. No estás viendo el panorama total. O sea, you, no es la palabra you. You se repite también, pero it's not the word I'm looking for. It's a little harder than that, but not too hard, I think. Do you know how to say el panorama total? Do you know another way to say imagine? Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer. So no te lo puedes imaginar. No estás viendo el panorama total. That's your double trouble challenge. Also, I'm going to give you the Say What soundbite now. This is the fourth and final listen, so pay attention.
I hope you found this tape informative. And should you ever doubt yourself and consider treating a customer with respect, just remember this. You graduated from grade school and you don't have to take from anyone.
First things first, how are the machines doing? You good?
Yeah, good.
All right, cool. Let's take a little picture. Quick question, though. ¿Cómo se dice emparejar en inglés?
No sé. ¿Tu
on.
emparejate?
No, emparejate. Usas Tinder, ¿no?
Sí.
Pues, ¿qué pasa cuando te gusta una chica y hacéis pareja? ¿Hacéis un match? Eso es. Y vamos un paso más allá. Un matchmaker, uno que hace parejas, es Celestina.
Ah, claro, ¿qué sentido tiene?
¿Ves? Lo sabías, pero no sabías que lo sabías.
Así es, This Book is the Shit, el nuevo libro de Alberto Alonso
y Damián Moya.
Así da gusto aprender.
That's what I'm talking about. That's right, folks. So many amazing materials, not just mine. You can pick them up. You can pick them up over at Von Tienda. All right, let's see what we've got over here. Anix, hello, Anix. She says, hey there. Hello, Anix. How's it going? Hoping you're having a lovely week so far. Let's see what she said regarding today's Double Trouble. She says, you can't picture it. You're not seeing the big picture. Ladies and gentlemen,
winner, chicken dinner.
Winner, chicken dinner. Wow, Onyx, you got it. That's right. So you can't picture it. To picture is another way of saying, because picture photo, but also to picture this. Imagínate esto. Picture this, right? I want you to picture this in your mind. You're not seeing it. So you can't picture it. You're not seeing the big picture. Y eso es como decimos el panorama total, the big picture. Anix, excellent job. Yeah. Also, K Roller Girl. Excellent job, ladies. Wonderful, wonderful job. All right. Also, we were looking at today's spelling bee, K Roller Girl. You got them, but with weird you hyphenated all the words. It's very hard to read, but it looks correct. So again, great job. Just next time, don't hyphenate them, please. It's not how one is used to reading words, right? I know why you did it because of the spelling, but it's better to just write the full words out. All right. Now, so what did these words have to do with anything? Well, today, these words had to do with a guy named Mark David Chapman. And Mark David Chapman was the first word in today's spelling bee, a person who today was sentenced to 20 years to life in prison for the crime of murdering John Lennon. Ooh, imagine you say, oh, I tried to help you. You know me, I'm always trying to drop clues along the way. So yeah, Mark David Chapman, the guy who killed John Lennon, supposedly, right? Was sentenciado, you say the same thing. So number one was Mark David Chapman. Number two was sentenced, okay? Was given a sentence, o directamente como verbo, was sentenced 20 years to life. 20 a cadena perpetua. Life sentence es cadena perpetua. So 20 years to life for the murder of John Lennon in cold blood, right there, in front of the Dakota building. That was number 5, the famous Dakota building, which is located in Central Park West. And number 6 was Central Park West. If you've ever been to that area, you can see the building. It's a famous building. It was also the same building that was used in Rosemary's Baby, La Semilla del Diablo. And if you walk out right in front of, in Central Park, right by that building, you'll have the area that says Imagine. It's called Strawberry Fields, like the Beatles song. So there you go, telling a little history there with our spelling bee. All right, it's time to move on, my amigos. Where are we going? We're going to a place I love and adore. It's the movies. Name that movie. Yes. All right. Let's take a look at today's Name That Movie. I freaking love this movie. It is, amazing. Amazing movie. And, well, I don't know. Maybe it's one of those movies that you see it years later and you're like, oh, it wasn't that good. I have a feeling it was. I'll give you a clue. I'm not going to give you too much here, but the movie came out in 1986. All right. Here we go. You're going to know it instantly if you know it. Number 5 of a group of experimental robots in a lab is electrocuted. Suddenly, experimental robots in a lab is electrocuted. Suddenly becomes intelligent and escapes. Oh, wow. Well, you know what? Let me do that with the right voice here. Let's see. Let's do a...
Number 5 of a group of experimental robots in a lab is electrocuted, suddenly becomes intelligent, and escapes.
So, wow, he breaks out, basically like prison, right? He gets electrocuted, this robot. He becomes intelligent, and he escapes. He runs away. All right, well, Stephanie says, I can't reassemble. To reassemble is to put something back together. Like if you buy furniture at IKEA, you have to take it apart. Well, it comes apart. You have to put it together and hope you never have to take it apart, because that's not the kind of furniture that you put together and take apart easily. So, but to assemble, to disassemble, to reassemble, right? If you don't want to use the phrasal verb. So I can't reassemble. You squashed him. To squash it, aplastar. You squashed him. He's dead. And number 5 says, dead? Oh, wait.
Dead?
And Stephanie says, right, dead. As in, dead as a doornail. Dead as a doornail means muertísimo. O sea, super muerto.
Reassemble, Stephanie. Reassemble.
I know you don't understand. But when you're dead, you're dead. It's just the way it is. Dead is forever.
Squash. Dead. Disassemble. Dead. Disassemble. Dead.
Hey, slow down.
No disassemble.
Hey, wait, where are you going?
Leave. Escape.
All right. Well, there you go, folks. Just drove myself nuts with that one. All right. Well, the movie is Short Circuit. Oh, what a great movie. Johnny number 5. Short Circuit, a movie starring Ali Sheedy and Steve Guttenberg. That's right. What an awesome one. And the robot, Johnny number 5. Oh, man, I think at one point in my life, I had seen this movie about 100 times, maybe 100, maybe more than 100 times. All right, folks. Well, we're going to take a look at some robot jokes in today's You're Joking.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, what did the guy say when he walked into the bar? Ouch. Ouch. You get it? Ouch. He walked into the bar.
You're joking. All right, folks, I've got some humor for you, some robot humor over here since, I decided since we're looking at
the movie Short Circuit, well, I figured I would teach you some robot humor. Here's a one-liner. A one-liner is a joke that just has one line.
Yes, a one-liner is a joke that has one line. Thank you, Johnny number 5. And let's see if you get this one-liner. What happened when they shut down the droid highway? Droid is for android. If you've seen Star Wars, then you know it. What happened when they shut down the droid highway? Well, you just take the R2 detour.
You must be joking, dude.
No. You take the R2 detour? No. So R2D2 is Arturito, they call him, right? R2D2. So you take the R2 detour. Okay, so a detour is an alternate route, otra ruta, no? They do it, diversión, I think no, in British English, they call it a diversion. Es cuando te mandan por otra vía, no? They're doing some construction, so there's a detour. So what happens when they shut down the droid highway? You take the R2 detour. Instead of R2D2 detour. All right, here's a dystopian one. A robot walks into a bar. Okay. A robot walks into a bar, orders a drink, and lays down some cash on the bar. And the bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve robots." And the robot says,
"Oh, but someday you will."
Did you get it? So a robot walks into a bar, orders a drink, lays down some cash, and then the bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve robots." And the robot says, "Oh, but someday you will."
That was really corny, Dad.
Okay, we don't serve you. No te damos comida ni bebida. We don't serve you. But also, we don't serve you. You're not our master. No eres nuestro amo. No somos tus servientes. And he says, we don't serve robots. And the robot said, as I said, it's dystopian. "Oh, but someday you will." All right, my amigos, time to move on to famous birthday trivia.
Birthdays for you. Famous birthdays for me. Famous birthdays for everyone on the show with no name. Birthdays for him. Famous birthdays for her. Famous birthdays for everyone on the show with no name.
That's right, folks. It's famous birthdays only on the show with no name. All right, let's see who's celebrating a birthday today. Number one, this American actor was born today in 1958. He's known for playing Mahoney in Police Academy. Hey, we looked at a scene from Police Academy pretty recently. So yes, Mahoney. He was also in 3 Men and a Baby and the sequel. He was in that with Tom Selleck and Ted Danson. 3 Men and a Baby. The voice of the baby was Bruce Willis in the United States. He was also in Cocoon. He was in Short Circuit. And, well, many, many other things. But he'll always be Mahoney, in my opinion. All right, number 2, this American pop soul singer. Well, I just gave you his last name. At least the stage version of his last name. Because his real name is McLeese, but that's not his stage name. And he was best remembered for his number 1 hit, "If You Wanna Be Happy," which, if you look at the words, the lyrics to that song, "If you want to be happy, get an ugly girl to marry you." That's this guy's advice. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. All right. That is number 2. Oh, and his last name is Alma. His stage name. We looked at the word Alma and some of the homophones that sound like it. And last but not least, this American comedian, actor, tremendous talent. This guy, man, I think one of the funniest people alive right now. He had his own show for 2 seasons. Then it was, he had some problems and it was crazy. He walked away from millions of dollars. But the guy has had Netflix specials. He's been in many movies: Robin Hood Men in Tights, The Nutty Professor, Con Air, You've Got Mail, A Star is Born, and many, many other movies. The guy has won so many accolades for his comedy, for his producing as well. So an extremely talented guy. And I was lucky. I was an extra on one of his shows. I got to work with this guy, luckily. And yeah, a tremendous talent. And I don't know if he's that popular in Spain. In fact, it's hard with stand-up comedy, because stand-up comedy is about understanding the language and the nuances. So I can understand that some stand-up comics wouldn't be as easy to understand as other ones, right? Because they get very, well, because of the way they speak, how fast they speak. Also because maybe what they're talking about is very, very American. That happens a lot of times when I used to, I don't watch TV now, but when I used to watch Family Guy, I remember watching it and saying, how the fuck is a Spanish person going to get that cultural reference? Because, you know, they would do a cultural reference from a 1985 commercial that was aired in the Northeast of the United States. And it's like, I don't even think half of the United States would get that cultural reference. So it's difficult sometimes, you know, if you go with a comedian, like there are some comedians, Dennis Miller, he always got very political. And when I was a kid, I just couldn't keep up. And the guy's funny. You would look at his face, okay, and you would hear the audience laughing. And I said, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. The Democrats, the Republicans. I was lost because I didn't know the subject matter that he was talking about. But I could tell he was funny. And Dennis Miller's a very famous writer, comedian, presenter. All right, so today's famous birthdays. Number 1, Steve Guttenberg. Steve Guttenberg, a.k.a. Mahoney. Number 2, Jimmy Soul. That's right, not Soul, planta del pie, lenguado, o la suela del zapato, sino Soul Alma. Now, his real name, James Lewis McLeese, but again, he was known by his stage name, Jimmy Soul. And it's, again, not written like the capital of South Korea either. And last but not least, Dave Chappelle. If you've never seen his comedy, take a look, see if you get it. I imagine some sketches will be easier to follow than others, but take a look. If you Google Dave Chappelle Show, that was the name of his show, you'll see some awesome sketches. I'll just give you an idea of one of them. He plays a blind black white supremacist. Has pillado la ironía, right? So he's black, es negro. And he plays a blind black white supremacist. O sea, he doesn't know he's black. And he hates black people, but he is black. But since he's blind, and then the interviewer, they do it like a mockumentary, like it's a fake interview. And, well, what happened? And his wife says, we just don't have the heart to tell him that he's black. He would hate himself. You know what I mean? So he's looking at racism and these issues in a funny, you know, shedding light on them in a funny way. But he also has one where he goes, white people hear an electric guitar and they go crazy. They take their shirts off. He goes, black people hear a beat and they go crazy. They don't respond to the other ones. And he goes, and if you want to get the Latins involved, you got to put a little organ in there. The salsa. So very, very stereotypical stuff, but spot on too. So he's one of these comedians that has a social commentary behind it as well. All right. And that's, in fact, going to bring us over to our Say What soundbite. This is Dave Chappelle acting like somebody who works at a copy center, donde vas a hacer fotocopias. And he's saying that it's the worst customer service ever. So he's showing like a fake video of how they train them. You must be rude to all the guests, like saying they train them to be really rude. And he goes, I hope you found this tape informative, like a corporate tape. And should you ever doubt yourself and consider treating a customer with respect, God forbid, just remember this. You graduated from grade school. Tú has terminado el LGB. And you don't have to take shit from anyone. So here we go, folks. This is kind of a knock on the customer service at these copy places. Here he is, birthday boy Dave Chappelle.
I hope you found this tape informative. And should you ever doubt yourself and consider treating a customer with respect, just remember this. You graduated from grade school and you don't have to take from anyone.
All right. Excellent job, folks. Thank you so much for being here today and every day. We're going to say goodbye with Jimmy Soul, birthday boy Jimmy Soul, and If You Want to Be Happy. Thank you so much, folks. We'll be back tomorrow with more. Ciao for now.